Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Game of Trades and this is going to be a technical analysis of the S&P 500. Today I'm going to focus mainly on the hourly chart. I don't usually do many videos on the hourly chart just because of how short term it is, but I'm going to try and do more frequent videos digging deep into the intraday charts. Just to see how we can actually trade it and pinpoint some entry points for certain trade setups. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So now here during June, July, we had a nice uptrend, actually leading us to make some new all-time highs in the S&P 500. I think we broke the all-time highs around at this level. Right below 3,000, and we made the all-time highs, and that's when I actually made a video talking about a potential false breakout, and that's exactly what we got. We failed the breakout and went right back under. So that's what happened. Now, one thing to notice on this uptrend is that we did have hourly divergence here. The price was making higher highs here, grinding up, while the MACD was actually starting to wane down, slowing the momentum of the uptrend, and then that led to a nice break of trend line, a back test, and then some waterfall selling. So what I wanted to say about this, and what's interesting, is that the divergence that we see on the hourly charts is actually playing out a lot quicker and a lot better than before. Okay, so we can take a look back at here during February, March. We had divergence here throughout this entire period, from February all the way to end of April, um, and we had you can see that the MACD is making lower highs while the price is making higher highs, and we were just grinding up without any correction until we obviously failed, and that led to a small correction. But what's happening now is I feel like there's a small change in the price action and how the markets behave. The divergence is playing out quicker and obviously selling a lot more aggressively with a lot more volatile action. So that's one thing to take away. This is not really any analysis. This is just pretty much a summary of what's been happening and how I feel like the market is behaving. So now obviously we are in this consolidation. We were in this consolidation range between the resistance and the support level, and we broke out recently out of this price channel. And you can see here we actually had a divergent low. Price made a lower low here, while the MACD made a higher low, and that fueled this rally and fueled the breakout. So this is definitely a check mark to the bulls. If you are bullish on the S&P 500, this is definitely a good sign for you. Gapped up above the level, and so far we haven't looked back. Now, one problem that I do see with this breakout is the fact that we gapped up, but there is no follow through. What I like to see when you break out a level that everyone is watching is obviously an impulsive move up across the level, or a gap up, and then a follow through afterwards. And what we're seeing now is that we've actually gone virtually nowhere after the gap up, which is not a very good sign. It could be that we are just working off the overbought conditions on the hourly chart, which is definitely the case. We're starting to come back down off the overbought, but when the market picks a direction and wants to go somewhere, what I really like to see is an impulsive move and a follow through of that impulsive move, and so far we don't have that. Now, obviously, if on Monday we start climbing up, that would be a follow through. But if we start coming down, then we'll have something to look at. There are two potential scenarios that could happen here. We could backtest this level and then come back up, and that would actually be an objective long. If you're looking to go long on the S&P 500, wait for a backtest of this resistance level. I am putting very high odds that we will come back and test this level and then potentially bounce back up to make some all-time highs. So if you're bullish, this is the scenario that you are looking for, a backtest and a bounce. Now, if you are bearish like me, if you're looking to short, if you're looking, if you've been paying attention to the divergence on the weekly and monthly chart, and also on the daily chart, you'll have a similar opinion to me, and that is that we are looking at a potential end to the bull market, and definitely. And we could definitely see a stock market crash in the near future, especially following this huge waterfall selling. This is not very good news for the stock market. This type of selling doesn't happen very often, where you lose 6% of the value of the S&P 500 within a couple days. So if you share that opinion that we are going to see more downside in the near future and that you're looking for a objective short, then you're looking for a break of this level. Now, obviously, anything can happen in the markets, and I'm not putting 90% odds that will break. I think it's more likely. I think that's what may happen, but it's not 100%. Nothing in trading is 100%. But this is definitely what I'm going to be looking at, and if we start to break, I'm definitely going to short it down to this next level. And then obviously we have some more targets below, this being one of them. This 2730 level is definitely a target to look at. But for the meantime, let's just take a look at if we get a backtest and if it breaks the backtest. And I guarantee you that if we start cracking below this level, the selling will get very, very impulsive very quickly, and we'll definitely hit this level in no time, because this is what you call a bull trap. Everyone thinks the market is going to go up. Everyone thinks it's put this entire consolidation level behind, and we're looking at a big rally. If the markets start to turn around and break this level, everyone will go short, everyone will sell their position, and it'll just be some panic selling all the way to this level. So that's all I wanted to say on the hourly chart. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of the more short-term hourly videos, if you want more of those. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And in the meantime, good luck on your trading, and see you next time.